What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Star Like Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 138, being recorded on December 8th, 2021, which brings us to 21 days away for Book of Fett.
Yeah.
3 weeks. 3 effing weeks away. Ooh. And, man, it's exploding out there, and we're going to get into what kind of explosions is happening, right? But first, let's introduce everybody that's here. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I got Scott Solo here with me.
Hey, what's up, nerds?
We got Ernie the Fallen Fett.
Hey, guys, what's up?
We got Grand Elmo Franz.
Yo!
And Bootleg Joe.
Hola.
We got a whole cast out here right now.
Look at that.
Nobody's stuck in traffic. Nobody's sick. Well,
yeah.
Scott was sick.
Well,
yeah. Somebody has to be an a-hole and tell them you need to show up or else.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
all I wanted was
Tylenol.
Right.
We're going to dock his pay.
Yeah.
Good
That's
night.
right.
You get paid?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bueller over there. You're not sick, Cameron.
Yeah, you just can't find anything better else to do.
Right.
Better to do.
It's messed up.
He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me till I go. He'll make me feel guilty. All right. Should I go on?
A podcast.
Yeah.
A podcast.
Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. So everybody that's chilling in the pit, welcome. But first, we're going to say thank you to some Patreons of ours.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to our Patreon crew, our Patreon patrons. Without you, this Joey's beard wouldn't look as lustrous, and Marco's head wouldn't look as shiny. Without all of you, this podcast just wouldn't look as pretty as it does. So we would like to give a special shout out to Don the Dad Dorn, Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine, Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour podcast, Don and Brady of the Escape Pod podcast on the Red 5 network. Hey, we're on that network too.
Yes, we are.
Crystal Lamphere, Brandon and Anya Epler, and AJ from the Forbidden Panel. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you very much. And if anybody feels so inclined, the link is in the description below. What's that, Joe?
oh, just saying thank you.
Yeah, he did. He said thanks.
I was shocked. I was like,
he was teared up. He was like, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And Scott, wrap a hot towel around your head.
Wrap a hot towel around his head.
Oh my!
I need
goodness.
a cool towel right now.
This is the Ferris Bueller episode now.
It sure is.
Ringy.
Throughout this whole episode, we will have Ferris Bueller clips playing.
Yeah.
Say Ferris Bueller. Say Ferris Bueller.
Save Scott Kruger.
Rancor.
All right.
Hey, all right. Everybody's chilling in the pit. Scott,
Heard from my sister's brother's cousin who saw them last night on the HasLab project that they didn't get funded.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So let's give a special shout out really quick before we get into that mess. Let's talk to the pit. We've got Plasti Adicto.
Yes.
We've got
What up,
Douglas,
Plasty?
we got Douglas Tupper, Santo 1414. Hey, Gordon's in there. The aforementioned Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour podcast is in there. Oxmeat Pete. I gotta love that
Awesome name.
Yeah, I know.
We've also got Carol Harper in there, and so hey, thanks everybody for joining us.
What's up, y'all?
Awesome. Hey, everyone. Hit a like button. Share this podcast with everybody and all your friends. We have a giveaway that's still going on. It was to get 60 likes on last week's episode, plus leave a comment. I think we're hovering around 29 likes on that podcast. That podcast needs to get 60. That episode's 60. So episode 137, hit that like, make a comment for your entry. We will give away the Timothy Zahn autograph poster that Scott Kruger drew. As soon as that podcast hits, that episode hits 60. So there's still time. Go do it.
I'd show
Go
you
do it.
it's over there.
Right, Chris? Yeah,
Time
go
until
do it.
forever. If that thing hits 60 in
As soon as it hits
2023, we're going to give that shit away.
Exactly.
Right? So do it.
It was a good episode too because it was the prelude to what just happened with Hasbro and HasLab and I'm sure all the toy podcasts and everything reported on this and all that stuff and like I said before, if it gets funded, cool. If it's not, cool. I didn't miss out. Like I still feel I didn't miss out because it wasn't obtainable. But it was like 450 away that last stretch. Everybody waited. Those council culture people waited to the last minute to do it, whatever. So yeah, guys, what are your thoughts on? I mean, it's like no duh, right? It didn't fund.
It doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, we've already hammered this thing home several times.
Yeah.
It's just, it was poorly managed from the get-go. And
Yeah.
hey, the Sky Striker funded. So that's cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. The poorly managed part, was it poorly managed?
Yeah.
It
Yes.
was. How
Yes,
do
it
people
was.
get?
I'm not even a big old collector, and I can see it.
How do
Thank
people
you,
get
Chris.
promoted? How do people get promoted if
Dude,
it's
that
poorly managed?
pisses me off so much. Now, I did make the comment, I don't ever want to see anybody get fired from their job or anything.
Right.
And I said rearrange there. That didn't freaking mean give him a promotion. Like, what?
So the guy
He went
in charge
from there to global.
the guy
Global
in charge
Star
at
Wars, yes.
this whole mess up got promoted. That tells me it wasn't poorly managed at all. It's business as usual for Hasbro. That's what it tells me.
Or that guy wasn't as in charge of that project as we thought, and he was the one saying all the things we were saying, and since they didn't listen to him, they didn't make it. And they're like, you know what? He's the one that knows.
Yeah.
I do not see that happening.
Yeah,
That dude is
yeah.
more Star Trek than Star Wars.
Get him out.
I swear
now.
to God, he probably is, dude. He wears his red shirt on the weekends and everything. I mean, that's exactly what he looks like. And you give him a freaking promotion. I was shocked it didn't get
This world
funded.
is weird,
I really
man.
thought that magic was going to happen. Oh
The
my
thing
gosh,
that-
look it got funded, or
The
it
thing
was
that
going to
really
get
drives
extended.
me crazy. The thing that drives me crazy about it is whenever it failed, they were like, the fans have spoken. You
Yeah.
guys didn't want it. It's
true.
It's not what we did. It's what you
Right.
chose to do
Correct.
with what we put out there. And it's like, you're missing the point here.
But it's
Yeah.
true though.
Yeah.
It is
It's
true.
It's true.
Like
but,
it or
I mean,
not, the product that they put
It's
out, we had
true
the
'cause
choice
you're
to
the
buy
only
it. So.
one who backed it. Now
No,
you'll
no,
get
no,
your
no. It's-
I
brains
love
for-
that I'm not on the receiving end of
No, I
Ernie's
don't care.
rant.
Like, honestly, I don't care because this is something like you go to a parking lot and you're like, I don't like that car. I'm not buying it. Screw all you guys. You know, it's way overpriced. I don't like the color. It's the same thing. They put out a product you guys did not like. You didn't think it was, good for the value. You didn't like it. So, I mean,
I-
So you didn't have to buy it, and they didn't have to lose money because they didn't
Right.
make it.
right.
and,
Exactly. That's what
you
I'm
know,
saying. They put out a product, and the fans have spoken. It was not something worth the value or whatever it was. And that's the
think-
purpose of HasLab.
I think doing I've said it before, doing
Well, yeah,
three of them
there's
at
a
the
lot
same
of
time during the holidays
variables.
is
Yeah.
dumb.
There's a lot to the whole
that's-
thing of it not getting funded.
That
There
right
is.
there is a major problem with the marketing of this product and these three things happening all at once. That's
Right.
a failure in marketing right there. If you're going to do that during the holiday time,
Yeah.
but no, let's
It
give him
does
a
suck.
promotion. Let's put him in charge. That's cool.
During the holiday time only works if you have it in hand.
Yeah.
Then you can give it to someone, right? But
Yeah.
pre-ordering something
Yeah.
that you haven't got your other pre-order for,
And you need
Something
to
that's
yeah.
going to take a year and a half to
forget
get
it.
here.
you shouldn't do HasLabs until you've handed over the other HasLab. You do the sail barge, right? Then you do the whatever the blown up
Razor
ship is
Crest.
now. Thank you,
Yeah.
Razor
Mhm.
Crest. Holy crap! I couldn't remember the Razor Crest. Right,
That's all right.
and then once you get the Razor Crest in hand, then you
Right.
do a Rancor.
I agree.
Don't
I
do
can't
them at
even
the same
remember
time.
our
No,
names
I-
sometimes, and so I just say, "Hey, guy." It just happens.
Fellas.
Like I said, as I totally agree with all that stuff, like in my mind, yes, it was poorly done all around the corner. But again, on their aspect, it's like they threw this thing in there, and what their statement was true was what I'm saying. The fans responded. They didn't like it. They didn't back it. Move on to the next one. That was their statement. But the fact of the matter is that rewarding somebody who I think he's directly in charge. I mean, he's the one who announced it. He's the one. He came out. It was like, do you really promote somebody that doesn't has their ear to the ground on this?
The face isn't always the one that's in charge of that.
That's
decision,
true, dude.
though,
Yeah, that's very
right.
true.
Like, I go out and I speak to a lot of people. I'm not the one making all the decisions,
Yeah.
right? The other people are a lot of times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he might just have to be his manager face or his management face is, this is fantastic. You need to buy
Very
this. Let's
true.
get the blah 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 blah.
Very
While
true.
he's telling somebody in the back, dude, if you don't put Malakili in there, we're never
Right.
going to sell this. If you don't put,
Yeah.
Ula in there, we're not going to sell this. If you don't put Boba on that freaking saddle on his back, we're not going to sell this.
Right.
Those are the things that they need
Yeah.
to do. I could have sold
Oxmeat-
that thing in minutes.
Yeah, Oxmeat Pete, I backed it and wanted it. Now I'll spend money on a 3D printer and make my own. That's a good attitude because I told Scott, I was like, well, I'll just go to Hot Toys and spend my $350 on something that I know
Better.
what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
it's
it was like I said, I don't feel like I've lost out, but I feel bad that this will probably be the last Black Series HasLab that we'll get in a long time, probably 5-6 years from now. I think maybe we'll try again. I don't know. The pride thing in Hasbro goes a long way, right? They're like, it didn't phase us. Here's our next project, and maybe the fans will win out that way. Maybe they'll overcompensate next time and give more.
They're going to give
Good
us
enough.
something
Who
crazy
knows?
again because, in all honesty, they're just not listening. They're not because the Rancor Keeper came too late. We've been saying about all this change. It wasn't only the Rancor. We've been saying it for so long. And then look what happened today with the announcement of the deluxe Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Guy, that's a regular Boba Fett. Once again, it just like, what's his name? Fake Boba
Well,
Fett.
He's chubbier now, so
Yeah,
it takes up
why
more
is it-
space in the box.
It's a bigger box.
It's so freaking stupid.
Yeah, but
All the same exact things are in the very first Boba Fett #1 from when the Black Series launched. There's the same thing in there.
Ernie, it's a bigger box.
it's the
I
jetpack.
I don't care. That's dumb, man.
They
That-
put it on the
bigger
side
man,
instead of
bigger
on his
box.
back.
you want to call it a deluxe figure like that again?
Deluxe
It's just
box.
Hasbro pulling it, right? It sucks. All these figures that they're calling deluxe from Wrecker on. Wrecker's just a big figure. What made Wrecker deluxe?
More plastic.
About this much more plastic.
Yeah, and
that's
that's
about it.
Yeah.
that's not cool of what they're doing. And then even to go off there, then the new wave hits the stores at Target everywhere,
Yeah.
and I missed everything by 3 minutes. Scott was
Same.
there first, and then Josh was there, and then I got told that Gordon bought the boba, and I'm texting Gordon like, Gordon, man, come on. You have another one? What's going on? And Gordon's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, dude, I was just told you bought the boba. Like, that wasn't you. And I was like, I'm sorry, Gordon. If you find one, let me know. So you have that hitting out there with nothing. And then it went like this. And then I hit Main Street and they were gone.
Mhm.
And then the other one didn't come in yet. So I hit them when it did come in. And he goes, yeah, it's in the back. I'm showing here, right here. That says 8.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. And he goes back there and he brings out the last 4, except for Boba, Fennec, Trooper, and what's his name? And he's like, I don't get it. Like, the box was just there, but these were gone. And I said, I get it. Your workers took it. Thanks, man.
Yeah, this is nothing new. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
this
And I was
is-
like,
this is
here we go
nothing new.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
So
shocked.
I missed it by all.
I've 100% left the stores. I don't even bother. I just don't. I just pre-order and it comes in 6 months after you guys get yours. That's fine. You know what I mean?
Or if I find it in the meantime, I'll just cancel the pre-order.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it's just the way it goes.
it's the way the
Yeah.
collecting world goes.
That's
The-
how it's been going with Pops completely. I
Yeah, man.
pre-order
Yeah.
everything and I find them all in the stupid store. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thrill of the hunt is gone. This is what I have like this that worries me about this world is like Comic-Con started where it was now it's untouchable. Disneyland's becoming untouchable. Like buying your collectibles is becoming untouchable. It's just because they've micromanaged it to death. They can't regulate it. They don't know how to stop the scalpers. They don't know how to do all these things. You can't pre-order till like again 6 months after this. It's a big mess. So
Again, they don't care if the scalpers get them. They still
Yeah,
sell
that's
the
money.
same amount.
Correct.
They do not care about
$20
stopping
is $20,
scalpers.
right?
See,
Yeah.
Here's the thing too. It's what Mattel and Playmates can figure out that for some reason Hasbro can't. We've got a show that is starting in 3 weeks, and we just did a pre-order for the main character of that show, which will be out next year.
Right.
Sometime mid next year. Why is it that Mattel can put out a He-Man show and the very next day you can go out and find the figures?
right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Playmates, the same thing. Hasbro
Right.
doesn't have it dialed in,
You're
and
going to have to
don't
ask
know.
the guy who's in charge
Yeah.
of global marketing.
Right.
The global marketing director.
That's what you have to ask.
Yeah, seriously.
Because this is so hard and just BS and like this one
Even-
case.
Even McFarlane,
Bit
even
throwing up,
McFarlane
yeah.
Toys is more on it than Hasbro.
Oh,
and they're
DC is everywhere. dude.
tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, well. I mean, congratulations, Scott, on the Sky Striker. It actually got back to like tier 2.
Did you end up doing it, Scott? I wasn't
Yeah.
paying attention on it during
Yeah,
it. I got lost.
it got a bunch of unlocks. So I'm like, okay, now it's worth
Yeah.
it.
Up to
So-
tier 2, I
cool.
think. So
7 figures and all the accessories that came with it.
Oh
So,
man, see, that's worth it. 7 figures is like $70.
yeah.
they take advantage of Star Wars and our pockets because that you'll buy.
It's
I have this
licensed.
discussion all the time. It's like, I mean, I'm gonna buy it. It is what it is, and it sucks because I don't think we're gonna get a different line, a different company down the line. This is it, guys. Like we just have to either get it or don't. And it sucks to have that attitude because back in the day it was ready, available. We can go out, we could trade, all that stuff. It's just a different time, man. So the next thing will be digital assets, digital collectible, figures. Everybody gets it, and you still pay
I do not
$20.
understand that world at all.
When you get about 40 hours, I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
If he
All
got
right,
promoted, then there's a position open, right? So where can I put my application?
Right. But the other
I'm going to be
there's-
the guy always written up too. No, Ernie, what you're saying does not make sense. Why would we make Build-A-Figures, give you extra hands,
yeah, right.
Heads.
Right.
and Cantina
Make them happy.
aliens?
Make
Why?
the collectors happy. Look at them; they're a bunch of babies.
Right.
Fickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why make
We're-
babies?
Why
not
market?
babies?
We're just going to the scalpers. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
We're
gonna buy
selling
it.
out left and right. Oh man. So
If
hey,
they
guys-
stopped the scalpers, they would their bottom line would go down. I promise you. That's the
abs-
problem.
You're right. You're absolutely. You're 100% right. It's just, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, there's just no answer to it. It's just move along. Right.
Yep.
Move
Move along.
along.
Move along.
But so another Boba Fett trailer dropped. That was
What?
cool.
Like 3 or 4 of them, dude.
Yeah,
There's all
like
sorts
four,
of them.
four spots,
Yeah.
dude, and every single one gives us a glimpse of more. I have this. I kind of want to put a bet down, right? Everything that we've seen thus far is in the
100%.
first episode,
First 10 minutes.
first 10 minutes, everything.
Yeah,
I have
I'm
this-
thinking first
I do.
episode. I'm
Yeah,
thinking first episode.
Everything is. We'll see it within, like I said, if it's a 40-minute premiere, maybe, hopefully. We'll, like Chris said, 10 minutes. We're caught up on all that stuff because it does go in line. There's like a good line there, flashbacks and all that stuff. But some really cool things going on too, man. Like it's crazy how bigger this show is becoming than I thought it would be. Like world building bigger. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to be just little,
Bro, we're getting as many trailers as we are as Spider-Man. So
oh God, yeah.
I'm
And
down
these
with
are
it.
better, by the way.
But they're neat because they're almost all exactly the same, but the voices might be a little bit changed, like the words might be a little changed, and you might get 1 or 2 clips extra. Like today's were dope, right? Today's were cool
Yeah.
extra ones. But
yeah.
every time there's just one little extra bit. That's why it's all like you're right. It's
So
all the
Chris-
first episode.
Yeah,
Chris has
yeah.
been saying 2 things about that, and there was a Jedi in it, and there's definitely a Rancor. I'll back that Rancor. Boba Fett Rancor, I'll back that one.
With the saddle, dude. I'm telling
I'll
you.
do it. Yeah.
Episode
It's going to be
1.
the same freaking one, and that saddle's going to be our Boba Fett, and I'm like, everybody has to order. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
There,
I don't
a
even
finical
care what
point to
clips
it.
you
Yeah,
replay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Technical
Boba Fett
point.
is a deluxe figure. He comes with the saddle. They just didn't
Right.
show it yet.
It's just
not
in the
showing.
back of the box.
It's in the box. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Matter of fact,
Or-
it's literally a deluxe box. It's got it on
That's
the
what I'm
back when you
saying.
cut it out.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
cardboard.
It's a cardboard
Nice.
cutout
Cardboard.
saddle.
The cardboard fold out.
Yeah.
And
For the
again, I'd
Rancor
still
that
be
didn't,
like, this
hey.
is the coolest thing.
they're
Yeah.
all ready, but for the Rancor that didn't pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
They're all, why do these boxes have a saddle on it? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right. Just scrap the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, man. So yeah,
Wait
that
till
was cool.
Wait till episode 4, and you'll see why.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. But what do you think
Yeah.
about that Jedi shot, Chris?
Oh, dude.
I'm still
Yeah. I
confused
tried-
on what Jedi you guys are talking about. There was
I've tried to pause
No
it
Jedi
10
in it.
times
No.
to try to get his face, right? Trying to get
That is a Jedi.
no,
it's
not.
100% a Jedi. 100%.
No, it's not. I bet you.
It's go ahead.
Let's bet.
But
What do
that's
you
2
wanna
Jedi now we have seen. That
No, it's
if
not.
they just keep calling random Tatooine people Jedi looking, I'm gonna be pissed because that was straight up the tunic, the belt,
Yes.
the robe.
The
I said
robe.
Uncle
face
Owen
was
never
weird,
wore
'cause
something like that.
The face looked more like, oh, wait a second. No, we're in the future now, so it doesn't. It won't
Right.
be that.
It's not.
But
yeah,
I'm
He's
like,
a skeleton.
Yeah. But it was just a regular old dude. It looked like, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like there was nothing fancy about him.
getting
Just like a
his
dude with
ass
a-
kicked. By the way,
It looked like Scott, basically. Scott was a Jedi. Scott's a regular white dude with regular hair. None of us
That's
have
me.
Scott hair, right?
no.
The guy had
hair.
hair like that. That was it. He just got up. He was a Jedi. It was nobody we knew.
Yeah.
He was reaching for his saber, man.
There's two people there being beat up, a woman and a man there, and he was getting beat up. Like I never seen a Jedi get beat up. So
He can't show he's a Jedi.
His hands were tucked in, man.
In a dungeon,
Couldn't
he
do
can't
force push.
No.
Please, guys. I want to bet. I do. I want to bet.
There's cameras in that dungeon, dude.
There's no Jedi. He's not a Jedi.
Okay.
Absolutely 100% no. I watched it 1,000 times, and it looked just like a Tatooine civilian.
You're out of your mind, but go ahead.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
know.
not Obi-Wan walking by the chicks.
That's
All right.
Obi-Wan. That's Obi-Wan.
Alright.
Nope.
But that's no Jedi in the dungeon there.
That's no Jedi.
That's no Jedi. Hey, we have to
What
have some kind of controversy. You just can't be all
What
like,
about
"Oh,
the
yeah,
Millennium Falcon looking ship? Do you
There's-
think that is the
again,
Falcon and that's a
No.
digital
Oh,
mock-up?
I didn't think that was Falcon looking, but
At
that
all.
was that one was me. I didn't back you on that one.
No.
But I
That
backed
looks
you on
like
the Jedi.
Falcon.
At first, it just has the lighting and the
It does,
height.
and that's
The
a,
height.
a digital render over the real Falcon. Where we're going to see him be like, "Oh my god,
Okay, I'm cool with
why
that.
is the Falcon here?"
But I'll back you on the Jedi. It's a Jedi.
All right. And then we're looking down at the new Rancor. So
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I
He's
can
getting
agree
re-
on that.
Dude, he's getting ready to mount it. He's going to pick that up and jump down on his back.
actually, I wish it was a Will Ferrell moment. And it's Ula. I've been down here a very long time.
It's starting to smell like almonds.
Yeah.
I'm badly
Badly
burned.
burnt.
Please, that'd be great, dude. I wouldn't even
man.
care if Ula had the Will Ferrell voice, and it
Yeah.
was just a straight redub
If it's
over.
just real Ferrell down there.
What is the chat feel like? Have you guys seen that? Is there a Jedi in there? Is that the Millennium Falcon ship?
Oh
in the
man, I thought you were
scene?
gonna have pictures ready
No,
to go,
no.
bro.
I couldn't find any, honestly, and I can't take clips on it. But no, that's wrong on both accounts, by the way.
Oh, just play it.
Yes. I'm with Marco. Wrong on both accounts.
Thank you.
You guys are
Scott.
no fun.
I know. Absolutely.
Podcast where we're making stuff up and
But-
clickbaiting. The title is Jedi.
Oh
in
no,
Boba
it
Fett.
will be
Confirmed.
Oh, yeah. It will be.
Yeah. Sorry,
Don't-
Jedi in the Boba Fett TV show, not literally in Boba Fett.
Yeah,
That's-
don't be
it's a
mad at
different
us.
show.
We're totally having Jedi's are all over the place in the Book of Fett. I mean,
Jedi confirmed for Boba Fett.
Jedi Council is in the Book of Fett.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Millennium Falcons all over the place, flying. Han Solo confirmed. Yeah, it's
100%.
But
So
that
you think that?
What?
Do you think that beginning shot with him coming over the ridge and looking down at Jabba's palace?
Yeah.
Do you think that's where he found Slave One? Do you think they
Yes.
were holding Slave One at Jabba's?
I think so. What I think we're
Well-
going to end up having is he's in that back to tank getting rejuvenated. He's got the thing over his mouth and he's remembering. We're seeing his memories as he climbs out of the Sarlacc pit,
Right.
as he gathers his stuff, as he goes to find his ship. That's what I think we're going to see there.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Agreed.
No,
I hope.
Yeah.
But you
It's
think he
kinda-
just got out by himself? Because it kind of felt like he was by himself, didn't it?
See, that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the story's going to be about.
Oh.
How he got out of the Sarlacc, or maybe somebody got him out of the Sarlacc, or
I mean,
what,
it's
what
always
story they're
been
gonna go with.
it's always been like he blew it up and then he got pulled out from Dengar, got him out of the place, right? That's been the story. I guess it
Right.
could still happen, but then
In
he would
Legends.
get transported all the way, unless they're just not showing who's with him.
Yeah. I mean, if
Well,
if we're
from
going
Mando,
like,
we had the story of the Crate Dragon ate a Sarlacc.
right.
Right, right.
Was it that Sarlacc?
No.
No, it was in a wall. It was in a cave, I think. It was.
Yeah, and that Sarlacc was it's in canon in the Aftermath book, saying that the Katana's explosion killed the Sarlacc.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Then there.
on the
So he could have
scene.
got out just from that. See.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot
Right,
of
if that's
different-
said, and they're
Exactly.
going to show that.
He could have
you're
crawled.
right.
Like,
Dave,
exactly.
do we get
he
to
could've-
see Slave Leia again?
Oh,
Are we
yeah.
gonna get the
Never.
whole? Well, is it going to start with that end scene? I mean, if you think about it, we had Vader going through the hall, and then now 4 starts, and
I
that's
think
cool
that-
with us.
Yeah.
So if we get right to the end, and she chokes him out, he falls in, and it blows up. What if they reshot all that?
I I wouldn't put it past them to show, maybe not as far as like you're going, as far as like that recap of Leia and all that stuff, but maybe when the katana exploded and you see the Sarlacc exploded, and then you see the hand come out, and then
the
like,
skiff is leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool.
Like you're talking about, Ernie, right there. The shot,
Yeah.
the last shot we see is the katana coming down and the
Right.
skiff taking off or
Right.
coming towards us and leaving.
No,
Cool.
the last shot you see is Boba standing up and the Falcon flying off in the
There you go.
distance.
No, I mean from Return of the Jedi specifically. I mean, so
gotcha.
we take that last shot of of it blowing up and them leaving the
Right.
skiff, and we jump right into the Book of Boba Fett, whatever it is, like right there, Boba's getting out of it or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But that's got to be, if we see the part of Return of the Jedi where it catches us up, just see that last scene looking like
So
it fits. Yeah, that'd be dope.
You had Han, Chewie on there. You had Lando, and then he says, "Grab the droids,"
Right.
and
We're
they
on our
grabbed
way.
them, and then they flew off. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that correct?
Then
What
you
if we
see
see the
you see
hook?
the big white shot of boom,
Yeah.
boom.
So what if we see the hook? Like the skiff actually pulled him up out of there as it blew up.
Oh, Boba,
Interesting,
the droids?
interesting concept. I like
Right.
that.
And he's scarred and everything. I mean, he was inside there. It blew up, but that's
he's
how
got
he
to shed
got
his,
out.
like the thing I'm thinking of, like that opening shot with the sand people coming, right? They're walking through the storm. I think
They find
you're
him.
going to find Boba Fett passed out because he's going to lose his armor. He's going to be healed up, whatever,
Yeah.
and then he's on the mission to go get back and stuff. Yes, he
I
has
hope we
slave
see
one,
that
but
too.
yeah,
That's it.
I hope we
Yeah.
see like the Jawas come and jack him.
I think we're going to get
He
this
is passed out, and they're
interlude.
taking off all
Yeah.
his stuff.
I think we're going to get
And
They
then
left-
the
they
Tusken
left-
Raiders.
They leave him
Yeah.
on jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took his wheels.
The whole time they're just dink dink. Dink, 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 dink,
When did we get to Disneyland?
That'd be cool. I'm
Cliff
saying if we
says-
could get this all in a cool shot, it would work.
I think we're
Yeah.
going to get that in an interlude in the beginning. Yeah. So Cliff said if they show Slave Leia, he'll confirm that the story group has zero input on the series. Yeah, I agree because they're no, we can't do that. And then Papa Schmidt said that's pretty much the only way we're going to get a Slave Leia Black series. If they show
Yes.
her in Book of Fett, then yeah.
Oh
they can redo
my
the-
god, dude! I would be
We'll
so
never
pissed
see her
off.
again. We'll never
No,
see her
talk
again.
about reshooting. What if she's like fully robed? They reshot it, and
Wow.
she has a robe on and everything, or a gown of some type, and we're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. The-
Right. Right.
I mean, more like a whole burqa, like just the whole like.
Everything.
Well, she did-
She's ready to
She did put on that cloak to go through the sandstorm to get back on the Falcon. So
Yeah, that was later.
Oh man.
it existed.
Yeah, we don't have a figure of that. Damn it.
God.
I got a 3
Yeah.
3/4 inch version of it.
I don't like this idea. I don't like this idea at all.
No. Yeah.
Right.
See. Yeah. Cliff said, like I said, if the story group is involved, it's not going to happen. But
Yeah.
they're going to find ways. But it'd be very, very interesting if they actually do include. And I think they almost need to include that reference, that point of reference. The
I
the
don't think
skiff,
so.
the katana blowing up. I mean, it makes sense, right? It
How
just,
he got out?
The
They
katana
do.
blowing
Yeah.
up. Yeah, the katana blowing up. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you meant reshooting the.
No,
sorry,
not
still
Leia,
Dealing
no,
with
no.
being
Oh,
sick.
oh.
Just the
Yeah,
katana.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
not legit. Yeah.
So
the
do you
katana and-
think they're gonna show him show him again actually falling into the Sarlacc, like starting from that point?
No,
I think that'd be
that's
great
too
if that
far
started
in.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's just going to be the ship. If anything, old, we're going to see the ship blowing. It blowing up.
You're
That's
saying
what-
start right at the blow up.
Well, what if
Yeah,
what
boom.
if Boba Fett follows in and the camera follows him in?
That's
the
what I'm
Sarlacc,
saying.
and
Something
now
like
you're
that.
hearing all the battle and all the commotion going on and stuff, and you hear. I mean, that would be cool too.
Yes, I
but
would love that.
I don't
A
know.
little,
Bright
a little
light
higher. A little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the kick in finally that really kicks a guy. That's the only reshoot that's ever
Right.
really
Yeah.
done.
Right.
Yeah.
Force kick.
Yeah.
I like Papa Schmitty saying that she's wearing a turtleneck and a mask in the reshoot. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Gross.
Full on Emphas Nest costume, just a full on
With the Mickey logo on the neck, on the turtleneck.
Wow.
You get the Mickey head.
Wow. Oh my goodness. But yeah, dude.
What if they never clearly explain or show it? I don't know. I kind
That
of
would
want to
be-
know.
I
I
think
don't
that would be
want
a
to
missed
know.
opportunity.
Oh, they said you're going to. They already said they're going to explain it.
Okay.
That's not even a question. Timura Morrison said they're going to explain it.
Okay.
All right.
They said they have a lot
Okay.
of ground to cover between what's going on now and what happened since we last saw him.
Nice.
And that they're going to fill in how he got there, what happened to his outfit, what happened to everything about there. They've already spoiled that part.
Well,
That's going to happen.
We see him approaching Jabba's palace. We know that Bib Fortuna's in there. He's got to somehow sneak in to get Slave One and get out of there.
Correct.
So, and we already know they're covering that. So why the hell not go further back and explain everything?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
And what did you think about the gang of those guys? What is that? Oh, well, the next shot actually is him suiting up, which I thought was great.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
The gang
of
of
the Iron Man
Cobra
stuff. Yeah.
Cobra Ninjas.
Yeah.
What are they called?
They look like Cobra Ninjas.
Oh,
on the speeder bikes. No, the new shot of them on the speeder bikes.
Oh, on the
it was
speeder
the Plo Koon dudes, the ones with all the spikes on their face.
Oh, the Nikto.
The Nikto.
Yes.
They're Nikto.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think those are Plo Koon. Those are Nikto. But that's like the gangs, right? Those are the gangsters. They're using all the skiff guys as gangster
right, because weren't they the one?
The swoop guys.
Oh, lost you there, Ernie. What's up?
Weren't they the ones holding the child?
Maybe. Yeah.
They were Nikto. Yeah.
All that group. That Mando
they weren't
right?
they weren't Weequays, so they were they were
correct.
So they were Niktos. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just who I saw on the bikes, and I was like, oh, that's okay. Is this our gang?
Yeah.
Because
probably.
then weren't they the ones who came after him on the truck thing?
They have they did. They have them, the Twi'leks, and the Trandoshans so far.
How can you say that does not look like the Millennium Falcon?
Oh my god, dude!
It's a big circle.
Have you seen the Millennium Falcon?
Besides this,
do you even Falcon, bro?
Just missing the cockpit, the front piece, the
entire Millennium Falcon,
the
gun on the top, the gun on the
bottom.
bottom.
But I tell you what, it's got some round to it.
Yes, it does. Looks more like a cargo ship than anything.
But so do I, and I'm not the Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
Man.
Hey, so since you guys said that about that gang, I'm wondering if they show if this gang, because if it's going back a little bit, I wonder if they show if when this gang somehow gets Grogu, and maybe somehow Boba gets involved in the chase to the child.
I don't think it'll happen at all with Grogu in this show because the timing just doesn't work, right? Because Boba Fett hadn't kind of shown himself yet. By the time Grogu was already fully entrenched, he wasn't out hunting. He was still in his garb, right?
Yeah.
He was still on Tatooine stuck. I don't think so. I think we'll get that story eventually, but I think it'll be later down the line or in a book or something. I don't think we're going to get it. Definitely not in book.
I didn't know the time. I didn't know what the timeline was between that point.
This is kind of like,
look
like
at his armor, right? He's got his new
painted
armor. It's after the season 2 of Mandalorian. So,
but what I mean is, timing wise, since he hadn't gone to Din yet and got his armor back, and started leaving, I don't think he would be in the chase yet.
No,
but it would be cool to get the Grogu story eventually.
Eventually, right? But not in a Fett. Like this needs to splinter off on its own tangent. It really does. Like,
I don't want to deal with Din right now at all.
Yeah, like no reference to the Mando at all. Like nothing. Or maybe when
until the end.
He finds a new Razor Crest for him or something. So
Boba doesn't have a horse in the race whenever it comes to Mandalore and being Mandalore with the dark saber, and that's where Din's trajectory is headed right now. I don't think he has any part in the story at all.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Bubba will come back into that story, and he will eventually be part of. They'll all combine again.
Do you think he'll be too gangster at that point, though? Like, what if we just see him?
They'll need him. He's going to run it. I think he will, dude. And I think he's going to be running all the syndicates. He's going to call all the syndicates together and pull one of those moves. He's going to pull a Red Hood and just take them all under him. Yeah. Right? He's just going to. Everybody's going to be reporting to him. And then when the Heir to the Empire stuff comes up, that's who you're going to. Because you're gonna need help because
is he your Talon card then?
Basically,
I like that.
Little more hardcore, obviously, right? Talon card was more on the sly and cooler, little more suave. But I think he's gonna be
with this whole ruling with respect thing and all that. He is a little more hardcore, but it's not the Boba Fett I was expecting. I was expecting him to be the world's most dangerous bounty hunter, or the universe's most dangerous bounty hunter.
That's what
they said they're going to. They said they're going to show why he still is.
Oh, okay,
nice.
Oh, because it's still going to happen, and he still has those morals in that way. You can be hardcore and be respectful.
Yeah, you can. Oh,
and that's why I've always liked him.
Yeah, you say respect. It's like Godfather stuff, you know.
Well, he's Michael
Right.
Corleone,
Respect,
man. Like,
respect,
yeah,
yeah.
Michael Corleone never.
Correct. That's exactly
Yeah.
how I've always looked at him. Is he picks the job that he wants to take.
Which is great because I actually had that opposite reaction to growing up. Reading the EU stuff about Boba Fett was this guy who just came in to disintegrate and just shot first, asked questions later, but got the job done as the most feared. This is a I'm trying to think with Scott here, like a departure from that because it's a different time too.
Mhm.
He doesn't have that. I mean, there is no empire protect. Now you got it's a lawlessness time. It's a power vacuum. He's got to be very, very careful now. He can't just go. Even if he had the Empire in his back pocket, which kind of did a little bit.
The New Republic's a joke. They've already mentioned it in Mandalorian, right?
Yes.
But he was scared at seeing it though. When he saw the ship, he was scared.
Oh, the Empire.
Oh, the Empire's back.
Yeah.
He knows they're not in charge. He just knows there's a fight coming.
I think that this backstory has a lot to do with it for exactly what everything that you guys are saying. I think it's going to have to do with how he got saved. Whoever saved him, if he was the top and everything, and everybody saw him fall into the Sarlacc and didn't care, didn't come back and check, but the Tusken Raiders brought him up to this level.
Right.
Then he saves Fennec, and Fennec says, "I owe this debt to him," and he knows this. If he had that moral change, so I'm still badass, but this has changed about me, and this is how we're gonna go. I think that I hope is going to have a lot to do with it.
Do we think that Fennec is going to stay on his side for the entire show? I mean, because we've seen her as we've seen her as a bit of a badass bounty hunter.
I think she will.
Batch. You think she'll stick with the side?
I hope she
life debt type thing.
Yeah. I my thought is I hope she sticks through the whole thing. Don't have her own agenda and or do whatever. Yeah.
Han and Chewie and Fett and Fennec.
Fennec. Be cool.
Here's a good what if.
It needs to happen.
Not this one. Yes, that Michael. Yes, saw that one.
That wasn't official at the.
It wasn't official. It was a fan made.
No, but it was officially released by.
It was an official artist.
It was a Trends
Right.
poster that they released for sale for a convention. Yes, it did exist. It's just not story wise. It's not canon.
Oh man, that's a hard one, Pete.
But it's dope.
What if it all accumulates to Mando versus Boba? Who are you rooting for? So
let's go around table.
Mando?
Yeah, get the out of here, man.
Crazy,
Boba
dude.
all day long.
Go around the horn.
I was gonna say he must be joking.
So
and
Ernie's with Boba. I am with Mando.
No,
I'm with Mando.
Well, here's the thing. It's not who do you think is going to win. Who are you rooting for?
Well, it matters. How about this? What are they fighting for? Figure that out. We don't know when they fight. When it comes down to it, if they fight, what are they fighting for? Are they fighting for some? Boba Fett could have turned heel by now, right? Or Din could have
about the Darksaber.
Or Din could have gone complete dictator at this point. We don't know what's happening. If it comes down to the two of them fighting, it depends on who's fighting for what. And then I'll tell you who I'm rooting for.
You got to think of something too. With you saying that about the Darksaber though and everything, Marco, is Chris is right because he's had Night Watch in his ear growing up. The armor, this is the way. Don't take off your helmet. The old way.
Because Din's he'll be a different person by now.
Correct. Then
his train of thought, his the way his thinking is. I
think it's going to depend on Grogu. He took off his helmet for Grogu. He had it off in front of everybody.
Yeah, he abandoned his,
fine, Bo-Katan. If you're saying this is where it should be and I'm wrong, and I do feel something for this kid, if Grogu gets taken out, I think then he becomes full dickhead.
Well,
could you highlight Douglas Tupper's comment right there at the bottom? Just for Ernie's sake?
Yeah.
It is
Boba was beaten.
Boba was beaten by
Boba fought to a draw because it was stopped.
It wasn't a real fight.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
They were slap fighting.
It was a scuff. It was like a
it was an exhibition bout.
This is a PG-13 show, but they're showing their, who's got the bigger.
You can say balls or dick measuring.
Who's got the big? Yeah, it was a dick measuring contest. That wasn't a fight. Gordon, we love you.
And hers was just as big as his.
Boba is brutal in a fight. Gordon says yes. Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't blast her with his knee rockets. That could have been over quick.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm rooting for Boba. Rooting for.
Yeah.
Now, who do I think would win?
Boba.
That's and
think
Chris is
Boba
right.
would
You gotta put something between them. Is it the Darksaber? Both of them don't have that in their fight. Like the Mando doesn't really want it, right?
No.
But he can grow to be like, this is so important that I have to take up this mantle and I have to do this thing. And Boba could be on a power trip, but like I'm taking over. I need Mandalorian for my Enterprise. So the Darksaber could be the thing that they're fighting for.
Mando also has his armor is pure Beskar, which I'm assuming Boba's is not.
We don't know. I was going to ask that same question.
don't
So
know.
I watched episode 1 of season 2 the other day, of Mandalorian, and Boba Fett did get shot by a laser, and it bounced right off him. In that first, but
there's
once.
a reason they make a deal out of the armor belonging to him, right? But like Din wouldn't give it to him. It's just not that it's shaped like it. I got the vibe that it was, but he's dented. It's dented.
I think even more so after showing the new Jango Fett's my father, and then Jaster in there above him.
Mm-hmm.
I would think it is.
It's so hard.
The dent's not canon because I was really still behind the scenes in that Cad Bane shot.
But there's a dent. Period.
Yeah,
there is a dent.
Yeah, there is.
So the dent itself is
what's
canon,
not canon is that Cad Bane didn't put it there. That's
but
not,
what the hell would have put it there?
Right, because I mean, he was getting the crap beat out of him with the Darksaber, and it didn't even leave a scratch. So
the spear took a shot from a Star Destroyer.
It did.
Yes,
the Razor Crest was gone. The spear was still there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't get it. With all explaining, I'm sure maybe the chest plate and the pauldrons and stuff are Beskar, but
maybe
the helmet it can't be. I wouldn't think unless they have some kind of explanation like adamantium on adamantium type thing, you know. And
like other Beskar men made it, but
I'm rooting for Boba. I root for Boba, but I think Din would get him in the end.
See, I think the exact opposite. I'm rooting for Mando, but I honestly think Boba would win in a fight because Boba would fight dirtier.
I think he's just got more man strength, right? He just seems like more of a bruiser.
He got that old man strength.
He's more seasoned.
He does. yeah.
He's more seasoned is all.
We've also seen the Mando get his ass kicked 3 times. I mean, since he,
that's what I'm saying.
By the
it's
Mudhorn,
so
even by
like how it would go.
he was ready. And Mando was ready to die 3 times in the first season. Like really, all right, this is it. I'm going home. You know, he's. I'm not saying that he's not a good fighter. We obviously know he can hold his own.
He's no slouch.
It's a tough one. That is a tough one.
It's a very tough.
It's almost like Darth Maul versus Anakin in his prime, like both in their prime. Like that was a tough one too.
Yeah.
It would be it would be awesome. Anakin would win because Maul would run away and get away. That's how it works with Maul.
Run away and get away.
Maul will look badass and be the coolest fight ever. Yay! And Maul will lose.
You think some limbs will be lost on that one?
No.
They'll just kind of like
like it always happens.
I always got to shit on Maul. Leave him alone.
He never wins.
He hasn't won a fight.
I watched the end of season 7 Clone Wars again yesterday, and I'm like, this son of a bitch never wins. I don't care how cool this fight is.
Yeah.
He looks great. He looks amazing. His fighting style is incredible, but he's overly confident. He always loses.
Yeah.
Anakin wins.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But Maul looks cooler.
So
that's how it'll go.
Yeah.
You look good losing.
Have any of you guys watched the trailer or the little video that dropped regarding the Galactic Star Cruiser, and it's got the kid from the Goldbergs in it?
No.
It was removed.
Oh, it was removed.
Yes, from all the backlash, it was removed.
So
that's
the
definitely
backlash?
something to talk about.
What was the
freaking
backlash? I
sucked.
didn't see it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
terrible.
Disney is doing a hotel that's going to immerse you for 2 days, and it's $2,000 per person.
Right.
Yep.
So if we were all going to go, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8, that's $10,000 for us just to go. That's not our significant others. And we're going to be immersed for 2 days, and then it's right behind Batu, and then you only get to go Batu to live that story. Well, they shot this video and promo to show it, and it was pure crap, man. It did not look Star Wars. I don't know how you felt, Scott, but
I didn't see it.
You're watching, dude.
They
removed it.
Let's just say it was up there on par with the holiday special kind of acting level. I mean, it was bad. I mean,
there was supposed to be a Twi'lek singer.
There's a scene where a Twi'lek singer comes out and just starts randomly singing a song, and it's like
That's supposed to be
Why?
like a dinner show that you're at with a bar that didn't look like our cantina.
No, a bar that didn't look Star Wars at all. It just looked like a bar. It looked like a random bar, like a high-end bar.
This was
like
official?
A Hollywood
This was
bar.
official?
Yes,
Not-
yes,
wow.
this was their announcement, and it got so much flack, Marco, it came down. So you have this, you have the Rancor,
Yeah.
you have a turnaround coming here.
There's some
And-
L's
and
coming,
I
man.
What's hard is I don't want to sound like Star Wars baby, because a lot of people
No,
always
no.
call us that.
I have a
You guys
theory.
complain,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
have a-
sorry that Rancor was a good argument. And
Yeah.
then just seeing this video, okay, you know what the crap part is, bro? It looks Star Trek.
Oh god.
The buttons, the layout was white where they showed
kinda
where it
did.
was supposed to.
Yeah.
The
It was
hallways
not
looked
good.
right. The hallways looked accurate, but that's about where it ended.
It's
I
bad.
have a theory with these L's that Star Wars is taking, and Cliff can back me up on this in the chat, because him and I talk all the time on this kind of subject too. Is that
Who put the comment about Boba got beat up by a girl? Was that Cliff?
no? That was,
No, that was,
Douglas.
Douglas
Oh.
Tupper.
All right, never
Douglas
mind.
Tupper.
Cliff is still okay.
So my theory is like these things that are getting a lot of flack and failing, and I'm talking like the Rogue Squadron. Even though Rogue Squadron isn't canceled, it was just postponed, and we don't know what's happening with that. This Star Cruiser Hotel, Galaxy's Edge to a point, the sequel trilogy, except these are the and I don't like bringing this up to it because I don't like playing politics in Star Wars, but this is the Kathleen Kennedy rule on paper. Those are her things, right? Those are like, this is her story group and this is her things rolling out. And then you had these other things that by mistake were phenomenal hits. Rogue One is a phenomenal hit, and it was a side project. It wasn't even taken serious. And look how big it became. Mando was in the works, but it was on a whole different writing team. A whole different thing came in. And it's working, right? Like we're seeing like these two opposite things, and what I'm seeing is, my theory is, we're seeing a death rattle on Kathleen Kennedy's initial vision, and we're breaking off into something better, in my opinion, because stuff that's working and the stuff that's not working. And the start and that hotel that you're talking about is directly part of that, because it took that many years to come to this kind of fruition, right?
Yeah.
The concept's great, but the execution is like lost. Like
Well,
when you're
it's not-
telling me it's lost.
It's not debuting until March, so I'm hoping that at least they can spruce it up a little bit. I don't know how far into the
That-
actual. I don't know if it's done.
I don't know,
But
man.
just
Yeah.
looking at the video, which I shared in our personal chat, by the way,
Okay,
so you
I'll
can all watch
now.
it.
All right.
But I just read an article about it saying how there was so much backlash, how they took it down, and how there were openings now for it, that it was sold out. And
Oh
now there are
wow,
openings.
they're doing the Rancor. Everybody's backing out. Like they're
Yeah.
I'm sorry, as Star Wars, it's our Star Wars. That is not Star Wars, man.
Whoa. It's not,
it's
and guess what?
really
I'm not
bad.
sorry, because I wasn't going to pay $2,000. So I'm
wasn't
glad.
going-
I hope it fails.
Yeah.
'Cause it's dumb to pay.
Yeah,
that much.
no, that-
I don't want it to fail, but
I
at the
do.
same time, I think the I don't want any of it to fail. But I because it's
Correct.
like the
Dumb idea.
Rancor with Marco. I wanted it to go so
Yes.
Marco could get his
so we can
Rancor.
get something. So
Yes.
we
But
can get something better
it's-
next time.
It's not in my purview to spend that much money for a 2-night stay in a
I
hotel.
don't know who they're catering to on that kind of
If
price
it's not
level.
Star
Jeff
Wars
Bezos.
centric, if it doesn't, if it looks like that, it looks garbage, right? And if if they keep playing the game they play, like you said, the Kathleen Kennedy stuff, and I hate to be the one, I'm always the one, right? I know you can see what goes on if you're going to make everything that way and everything, and I'm if,
Well,
the
that's
captain
what I'm
if the captain and all her first mates are her first mates,
right.
and everything, and that coming in, that's what it's going to be. And then it is when you see the commercial,
Especially if
doesn't
you're gonna
look like
spend that
Star
amount of
Wars.
money.
fail
Yeah.
it.
You're gonna spend that amount of money. It better like really be a Star Wars feel. Like you don't want to pay that much money for something that's not really
Immersive in the Star Wars
Wars.
feel. Like
Correct.
And when I like to say like the price is something that's like Scott and I immediately look at the price and go, I don't even want to look at it that way, because that's just so far out of my reach. I'm not gonna go. I'm not doing it. Of course it's in Florida only for now, right? But it's almost like who are they catering for? Who are they
Yes.
catering to? Just because it's Star Wars. See, this is where I agree that the fans have bigger voice than the people in charge give it credit for. The Rancor is a perfect example. Their mission statement was, "Here's our product. You don't like it? Okay, but you spoke. It didn't fun." I don't know what families are going to go. At this point, besides us, 40 to 50-year-old, males, nerds want this kind of experience. I don't know if you're going to drop 10 grand on your family to go see it.
Who will go are families from overseas.
Like
that's
that.
That's
but remember, I told you guys. I said when the first concept of this came out, I was like, I don't want to go with my family. I want to go with you guys.
Mhm.
Like, I want to go and play laser tag in space with you guys. I don't want to do it with of kids that are hungry. I got to, and it takes you right out of the immersion. Like when you go to Comic-Con by yourself, it's a whole different experience than taking your wife. I mean, it's just, that's why I have an ex-wife.
It does. It does. It looks.
He's
Star
just
Trek-y,
kidding.
like really hardcore.
I don't feel that way. What? No.
Yeah, I'm just shaking my head at Moocher with that last comment. No, Julie's my co-pilot every time, man.
But you get what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
There's exceptions to the rules, obviously. I can keep my friendship with your guys' significant others. It's like, but I'm just saying that this kind of concept is not something I want an experience with a family that has that's needy. I want to be selfish. I want to go in there and I want to do all that stuff myself. Galaxy's Edge is probably the closest that we'll get on something like that, which is, and it is what it is. It's cool.
It's great.
I just see that there is a direct line. Like I said, this is the stuff that they spent money on. They have to see it to fruition. But what you guys are telling me on how missing the mark, Gordon says, Marco's going to get us all of us married dudes in trouble. yes. We don't want to go with you. We want to go with our buddies.
Headphones on, guys. Headphones on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like it's just I see these things happening. Like on the surface, it seems like 2 of the shows have been canceled on the Star Wars slate, and the Rangers and the Rogue Squadron seemingly. Like,
that's
seemingly.
back on. That's back on.
Rangers?
No, Rogue Squadron.
Well,
she quit one of her movies so she could focus on it and Wonder Woman.
Damn.
She dumped Cleopatra to come back.
I am utterly disappointed.
Yeah, I kind of am too. But I was like, but then I'm like, wait a second, wait. This chick just dumped Cleopatra with Scarlett Johansson or whoever the hell was in it, right?
Right.
And said, you know what? I want to do Rogue Squadron. After it was announced, it was canceled.
Which is the good answer to do, because you don't cancel Star Wars to do something else.
That's
passion,
know what I mean? Right?
You guys are talking about Kara, right?
No. We're talking about Patty Jenkins and Rogue Squadron movie.
Right, the director. So she left because she had too much. She had Cleopatra, Star Wars, and Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah.
So the word was, it got canceled. The word was, it was because of that. Now it turns out the new word is she quit Cleopatra so she could focus on the other 2.
Yeah, because remember, they never changed the release. The release date of Rogue Squadron still says December of 2023. Even on their announcement says we are sticking to that plan. But for right now, it looks like it's something that it's going to be pushed indefinitely. That was because of Patty Jenkins' schedule. It had nothing to do with the script or firing this person, that. It was that. And my initial reaction was like, cool, because I didn't really, in my head, I can't fathom the time frame that they were setting the movie in, and B, Patty Jenkins is not a level director that I trust in Star Wars, but prove me wrong, right? Like this is somebody that I can go and go, wow, I was totally wrong. Take my money, kind of deal.
I was cool with her going. I didn't want to see Rogue Squadron, but I tell you what, if this is true and she quit something else to do it, give it the shot, because then you have the passion and the love for Star Wars. I think, then I was wrong. I judged it. My bad. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I'm going to, so this is a good one. Gordon says, whatever happened to the Rian Johnson supposed Star Wars project? Here's the thing about Rian Johnson, right? So, again, I was talking to this with Cliff, and you guys, we've talked about this before. Mm-hmm. I think that Rian Johnson, and tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Like, my opinion is
you're wrong.
He could come up with the best script. He can come up with the awesome whatever, and do everything like just the utterly. The critics love it, but I think it'll still fail no matter what, because of what the backlash and the stigmata attached to his name, to Star Wars at this point.
You're probably right.
If there's, I haven't heard anything about his projects at all, and I think it's been silently dropped myself.
Well,
Like,
the week
I
after
think so.
the week after the original Rogue Squadron news dropping, I did see several articles saying that they were quietly, like you said, quietly canceled.
silently canceled. Yeah,
Ryan Johnson,
probably the best for Ryan Johnson. Us as fans, because we don't want to go again. It could have been like we could have watched him and like, oh my god, that was spectacular. But people will arms fold and not go see it just because.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
And it is Ryan Johnson's fault because he talked back. He's the one who talked back to the fans instead of just letting it ride, letting it go, and just having a good time with it. He went in a full on defensive mode. I mean, big time. So,
yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of hard not to want to jump to defense of your art. I get the desire to do that, but of course, it just lights fuel to it's adding fuel to the fire.
Well, you see what happens. There's longevity is. I mean, the guy is good. He's making Knives Out too. He's making. I mean,
Knives Out is great.
Yeah,
Knives Out's fantastic.
It's just that
he
cannot. He just can't he can't play in this sandbox anymore because of half the fandom will refuse to.
And not really from what he did either, because that wasn't as bad as it's a great movie,
It's got parts that suck, but otherwise, it's my favorite of that.
It's a good intro.
Oh God, no!
It's pretty. It's cool. It's a lot of great stuff about it. It's just F's with a lot of things we didn't want it to F with.
Yeah, it's just it's all over the place.
It'll never be a horrible movie because of Star Wars,
right?
Yeah, that's what's hard to. Yeah. You know what's really funny, guys? Like I put on Rise of Skywalker for the first time on Disney Plus. I just wanted to see. I got a brand new TV, so I wanted to see. Like I put on Star Wars, right? But I was like, I want something like updated, visuals and stuff. And Rise, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch Rise. So I'm watching it. The first 20 minutes, I'm like, flawless, very good. Even the story, I didn't even mind the fleeting mention of the Emperor comeback. I didn't even mind it. As soon as they went to that one planet with all that stuff, it went the story went all downhill. Everything from the sinking pits to he's shipped to the knife to I was like, oh my god, I turned it off. I was like, I can't. It just went completely off the rails, and then
a bit of a mess.
Lando's been in hiding for like 10 years, and they found him in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, they found he's ship in 10 minutes. They found the knife, the wayfinder in 10 minutes.
That Luke and Lando couldn't find.
How does the knife even work? I mean, in order to forge that knife, you have to go down to that planet, look at the wreckage, figure out where it goes, and then forge it. I mean,
stand in that exact spot, by the way.
That's like
no erosion, no change, no nothing. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Goonies.
Yeah,
yes,
it was
100%. Like JJ really just didn't. I mean,
the lighthouse and the restaurant all fit in the blue.
You know what's funny?
It
You
was
say that
Goonies.
about getting a new TV is me and my dad used to always do that when we buy like a
gotta
brand
test
new
it out,
TV,
right?
Whether the big screen or even before like high def came into the picture, just buying a bigger screen TV. First thing we threw in was Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
It was always Star Wars, the first movie that we used to test out.
Yeah, I wanted to. I put on A New Hope. I was watching it, and I was like, okay, I want to see where the black tones are, and I want to see where the animations are, and I didn't want to watch Force Awakens or Last Jedi, so I was like, let me just put on Rise just to see. But yeah, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, I was done. Like I turned it off. I was like, this is like it's bringing back a lot of memories I don't like, and it sucks, man. That really sucks, But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I do see some like there's too many L's in Star Wars where it's not fun. It's not cool. I don't like it. I don't like the Star Cruiser thing being that like they have to take down stuff because they can't figure out a way to promote it right. I mean, who are we dealing with here? Like this is Disney. Disney has money. Disney has everything at their grasp, and they have to put out something like this.
To be fair, looking at that, it's got the kid from the Goldbergs. It's obviously something that was going to play on ABC, right?
Okay,
it was a cross promotion. They were probably going to do it during a commercial break or something with the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's ABC sitcom quality filming. It was not, and it looked like they were walking into it and filming it whenever it was only maybe 3/4 of the way done. It
Gotcha.
just they focused on a couple of things, a couple of areas instead of showing you. And they told you about a lot of stuff, but they didn't show you about a lot of stuff. You know, you always show, don't tell.
Well, you got to
But-
pay $2,000 to see it all, right?
And what they showed was
What they
wrong.
showed
Yeah.
didn't feel right. I mean,
Mhm.
you can't look at that Twi'lek coming out and singing and not think of what was that sci-fi movie with Chris Brown in it? The Third
No.
Element, Fifth Element.
Fifth Element
Fifth Element.
with Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yeah, you're waiting for her to.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like the Fifth Element.
Chris
With
Tucker.
So-
Chris
Chris
Tucker with
Tucker.
Ruby
I
Rose.
was like,
Chris,
Chris-
I'm like, who's Chris Brown?
Chris Tucker.
I was
Corbin, my man, Corbin. I
Corbin,
love
my
Fifth
man.
Element. Corbin, my man.
You got to
You know,
smoke.
the Fifth
Father, you
Element's
smoke?
good, but the Fifth Element is not Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that's what it felt like. It felt like
I
the Fifth
hear you.
Element.
Yeah, that's
It
really.
was, while you say ABC production, dude, it was just in short where they opened up the room door and Michelle Tanner sitting on the bed and says, "You got it, dude."
Yeah.
Like, for reals.
All
It
I
was
see,
like
Yeah, yeah.
in that, I see the Next Generation bar room. Is what I saw that from the Star Trek: The Next Generation. Is when I was expecting Whoopi Goldberg or somebody to pop on in.
Yeah.
When I
See?
saw that, it seems Star Trek TV.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like. So,
80s Star Trek TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like it.
it's I don't know, and it sucks. Gordon made the comment, and I said it last week in the show. Are we getting that old that the new is just taking over and they don't care? Because we're so just done.
But
That was our Star Wars,
But money
and this is
talks.
theirs now.
So
Correct.
money,
Well,
right?
And that's what sucks is I can't
get
do the
what you're
2000. So you are looking to the more eccentric, if I want to be politically correct.
right.
The more who has more than we do, right? Who are just going because they're going to say, yeah, I went to that, and not care that it looks like Star Trek and not Star Wars. And what sucks is I think they're not caring either. That here it is. This is your space thing. I don't care what we call it. They just paid 2,000. You didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you say we'll have coupon day, right? I didn't build
That's
this
what I
part
was
for the
thinking
super rich.
earlier.
You
Jurassic
guys
Park.
get
We'll have a
Yeah,
coupon day, and they can.
We'll have coupon day. This is
They'll give it to somebody. Hey, when you get a night, we'll give one to a poor person too. And they'll pull us up, and then
Have
we
a
can go
lottery.
with them.
Like
We'll
it's-
say buy one
Right.
get one.
Well, that was my that's been my fear going with this kind of like new world. You know, it's weird like this
Coupon
new world
day.
post COVID stuff. Everything's becoming so untouchable and lottery system and scarce and unattainable that some of the stuff it's going to fly right over our heads. That people that will actually enjoy it, like us, we're not even going to look that way because it's like not even. I can't even.
You've got increased inflation. You've got increased travel costs. You've got all of this stuff, and you're going to put in something that only caters to those who have everything
Yeah.
already. I mean,
I know people got
Yeah.
stimulus, but for God's sake, that stuff's gone.
Yeah.
You know? We paid our
we're not
electric
getting
bill that
we're
went
not
to
getting paid for
$500 a
these
month.
YouTubes like everybody else. Who
Right,
I made 10,000 last week on my show.
Exactly.
I'm not understanding that either.
still trying to figure out how
from
that
the
works.
YouTube to TikTok to whatever the hell an NFT is to
Right.
the
Again,
Bitcoin
I'll-
stuff.
How's your
everything.
OnlyFans going? Is that hit a slump? Are you still
That's
rocking?
hit a slump too. Yeah, somebody tried to send me their EBT number, which I was cool with. I got groceries for the week.
Well, Ernie,
but-
have a coupon day.
Right.
By
Oh,
the
I
way,
already
yeah,
had
yeah.
those.
I
Joe,
thought
like,
dad
you don't
bods
know
were
that.
in. That was totally
Like
wrong.
Joe doesn't know I don't have a coupon day. Come on, Joe.
Right.
You're still
No.
good for your 2-for-1 show.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know, man. It's like it's a little bit frustrating, but again, at least we've got Book of Fett to look forward to. The stuff, this is a pick and choose our own Star Wars adventure at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, we like to consume all, and yes,
We
we will
want it all.
consume all. We
Yeah.
do. We will consume all, but the things that we hold dear to our hearts, we are going to pick and choose, and it's going to show on the bottom line. And if the powers to be don't see this and start to be like, look, guys, maybe we can't just milk it for just put poop together and milk it. They have to put some quality into it. George Lucas spent $100 million of his own money on Phantom Menace, his own money, and he took a gamble. And yeah, he made $1 billion and stuff, but because it wasn't.
People
his
still
thing.
don't
Star Wars-
understand that Jar Jar was the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
What
It
I'm saying
really
is that
is.
they gotta put some quality and some good. They gotta hire better people at this point.
Yeah.
Really,
When you
I don't know
make
what's
it-
going on.
when you make it $2,000 a night, right, and you sell everything out for the first month or so, you've grabbed every single person that will ever go there.
Yeah,
Right.
Seriously,
You leave yourself
there's
nothing
no
else.
longevity.
So they're going to learn in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever it's going to take. Right. They're going to learn in a fairly short time frame. Fairly short. It might be a year.
You're talking about Disneyland, who has increased their prices annually every year, that especially since Walt died. I mean, the prices just to get into the place are ridiculous. They don't care. They're going to make money regardless.
Right. But it's not $2,000 a night. What I'm saying is, what they're going to learn real fast is that price point is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're going to come down to 700 or 600. Still ridiculous. But I could see at a 5-star Star Wars exclusive type immersive thing, $600-700 a night. Get it, right? I get it.
As long as it's 5-star. You know what I mean?
But how do you feel now if you're one of the schmucks that are paying that $2,000 right up front? Per person, you're spending $8,000 for a family of 4 to be in there, and I'm going to sneak my ass in there for $1,000 for my whole family.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's going to happen. I'm going to wait it out till it's cheap. You know, until the drugs are dirty and I've more lived in. That's what I want anyway.
You want it to look like the Disneyland Hotel and not, you know.
I want the black lights to show what the black lights show, man. I don't want it all clean and crisp. Hotel, boy.
That's Knott's Berry Farm.
Speaking of getting overpriced, oh my God, yes it is. I went to Knott's Berry Farm on Sunday, and I said, "Please take me back to Disney." There was a fight.
Yeah.
There was just people everywhere. I was scared. I'm like, "Get me to the car, please, security." I'm an annual pass holder. Can you please get me back to Disney, because this Knott's ain't doing it for me. Sorry, we just lost our presentation.
I'm just trying to buy 2 passes. I can't even do that.
No,
man,
it sold out till next year.
Correct, right. And as I'm saying that, Chris is right. And then you have your Star Wars nights that were reintroduced that came back up, which is going to be the 3rd and the 4th. And it's, what was it, like 120? But hey, if you want the night the celebration is, the 27th, 28th, and 29th is celebration this year in May, you got to pay an extra $65 a ticket then.
Of course.
To go to that night.
But we have ours reserved from
60...
last year.
No, you've got to pay the difference.
Yeah. Star Wars night.
Yeah.
Right. The night that was that Thursday night before the night of celebration.
Yes.
I didn't
know you had that too. You had that too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have to call. You have to call and tell them what date you want.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not just one day now. It's a whole.
It's 3 days.
Third, 4th, and the 27th.
If you want to do the 3rd or the 4th, it's an even exchange. If you want to go on the 27th, there's an upcharge.
Gotcha.
$65 per person.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, because I have the 27th.
Yeah, I have.
And I fought and I cried and I yelled.
How long did you have to wait on hold for that? Because I called and it said your wait time is 2 hours. And I'm like,
about 5 hours.
Did you cancel, Ernie? Or are you going?
No, I never canceled. My tickets
were.
No,
right now. Did you cancel?
No,
Are you?
I'm going. Cool. Yeah. So this is why I wanted to bring it up. I'm so sorry. I totally did not know that you guys had this. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I did not know that you guys had Star Wars nights.
Yeah.
So Celebration has moved to the 27th, 28th, 29th in May. Okay.
Right.
And if you held your tickets are good again.
Right.
Disney nights now for Star Wars have moved to the 3rd, the 4th, and the 27th. Okay. If you had tickets, you can call right now and you could pick the 3rd and the 4th.
You got to wait and hold for 2 hours.
Yes, it's freaking ridiculous. Well, okay, because I waited my 2 hours. I got the hung up, the click over. I'm all hello, and click down.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I freaked. And then I waited another hour and a half, and then another hour and a half. And I finally got somebody on that hour and a half. And that's the only reason why I did the 27th was because it was 5 hours. I didn't want to wait again. I didn't know what was going on.
So the 27th is a even exchange carryover. Is that what it is?
No,
or
65 more.
Okay, got it.
So this is just for Star Wars night or the actual celebration?
Star Wars night at
Disney Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
They closed Disneyland and they open it up for it's like Merry Nights and the Halloween stuff at California.
Oh, because I mean, I never canceled my 2 tickets that I got for me and Dez.
So, well, you might have your tickets. That's fine.
For celebration, right?
Yeah.
But you're fine. The Disneyland Star Wars night, that was an extra event.
Yeah. I never got my ticket for that.
Okay, they're going to go back on sale. And so, yeah. The 27th, you have to pay an extra $65, and who knows what it entails. I hope we get some of the original characters to take pictures, because that's what those nights are about, is better photo ops.
Supposed to be,
special things going on, pins, merch.
And it's only Galaxy's Edge too, right? That's it.
Yes. Well, you can
Well,
get into the park early, and
Yeah.
the park will be open, but it is going to be Star Wars themed all around. It said.
Got it.
Dang.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll have to look
So
at that.
didn't we all get tickets for Celebration though?
Yes.
Chris
Right?
didn't though. But
Oh,
but
no,
Chris,
Chris?
I have
Back then I couldn't.
right.
Okay.
I have Mike's ticket, and if you're listening, Mike, if you can't go,
Mike ain't going. He's working.
so you're going, Chris.
Chris is in.
Yeah, I have a
Sorry,
Friday
Mike.
ticket for Mike.
Mike, we'll give you 1 minute right now to call us and say that you're going.
Yeah.
Caller number
I'll
one.
wait.
Been future endeavored.
Yeah, I'll wait, Mike. But yeah, Chris, so you might have a Friday ticket there to go.
Man.
That's funny. All right, guys, let's get out of here. It's been an argumentative night, but fun. There's no Jedi in
rowdy.
Boba Fett. That's not the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
Star
there
Wars.
is.
Star Wars,
Dude, okay. Well, okay. They've shown us 2 Jedi. I'm sure of it.
Okay,
Right?
all right, uh-huh.
But do you think they're just MacGuffins and they're like just kind of like throwing us off? And there's actually a Jedi, just not the ones we see, like their face covering something. Or
I
they're the
would
stunt
count
people?
on that more than what we saw. Yes.
Okay,
I would.
There's gonna be a Jedi.
So did
You
all
don't need
Jedis,
it. You don't need it with Boba. You
Right,
don't.
right,
But
you
I think
don't
there's
need
gonna
it,
be.
Did Jedis all buy their merch at the downtown in Tatooine? Is that what you're saying? Like all the robes, they got a big old sale. Give me that tunic. Give me that robe, and I need about 127 of them.
Well,
I
Galaxy's
swear to
Edge,
God,
yeah, exactly.
it was the generic Jedi costume in this last trailer.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
the
it was.
Yeah.
the generic. I bought it at Disney. Yeah,
another tie-in.
Hey,
oh my goodness.
shit, Chris! When you
they're
said
gonna.
that,
They're
that's
gonna go to
exactly what it
Batu.
could be. Then it's just so the tie-ins at Batu,
That's it.
like,
and when
look.
they go to Batu and Boba Fett, we'll see it.
right? Dress like someone on Tatooine.
Yo.
Here you go.
I got a feeling he's not leaving Tatooine.
Yeah, no,
We're gonna be on
the whole
Tatooine
show.
the whole show.
They did say we're returning to the sands of Tatooine. That's kind of the gimmick. So I expect you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
Right, exactly. All right, cool. Let's get out of here. Thank you so much, Pitt. You've been awesome. Please, before you guys leave, hit a like. And then when you feel so inclined, leave a comment too. And then go back into episode 137, leave a comment and get your entry to our giveaway prize. Because as soon as that thing hits 60 likes, we're going to be doing our raffle on that. Hopefully by next week.
So that
because-
means for our folks that listen on the audio version, you just got to jump over for a minute, right?
Yeah, just a
jump
minute.
over for a minute,
Hit a
like
like.
us, subscribe, and leave a
Yeah.
comment. And
Specifically, episode 137.
bounce. right?
It's got to be
right.
episode 137.
You can do them all for all of
Yeah,
our
that'd be nice.
SoundCloud,
Please
and
do.
iTunes, and everybody. Go ahead,
Yeah.
just hit them all. Help us out. You know you're listening, right?
Yeah,
but help us out on the video side too.
Absolutely. So
Do
with
it.
that, yeah, do it. I need likes. We need likes on this episode. If you liked what if you didn't like, hit a dislike. I don't care, just something. So
Hey.
I'm going to do that right now.
yeah. For some reason, the dislikes are not showing up on YouTube, so it's a perfect opportunity for people not to like. But anyway, I'm gonna kick it off to Ernie. I want to thank everybody. Thank you in the pit. You guys were awesome. Thank you guys. This was fun. We will do this again next week at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. That'll be our last show until Boba Fett because we'll skip in the following week. This come back on December 29th with full spoiler Book of Fett. Oh my God, 21 days, awesome. Ernie, the Fallen Fett, take us out.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us once again. Please hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and hit all. This way you know when we're on. You can catch this show. Don't forget our TikTok with our 1-minute reviews from the one and only Scott Solo. Twitter, Facebook. Our Facebook page is Sarlacc Digest Central. Go check it out there for 24 hours of pure Star Wars talk. Don't forget to hit up Tashi Station Emporium for all your figure stand needs for all different types, from Star Wars to NECA to Marvel
G.I.
Legends,
Joe.
everything. So that's Tashi Station Emporium. If you would like to and help support us, the link is downstairs for our, what is that called? Because I only know my OnlyFans.
Patreon.
Patreon. Thanks.
Patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast. And
There it
just
is.
give
The
us a
link's
buck or
And,
two.
right
and
down there.
OnlyFans on E's Big D.
Yes, thank you.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
That's mine right there. I will have more coupons coming out as soon as I can get them away from these guys. You can follow us on all our social medias: Darth Moocher, the artist Scott Solo, the Fallen Fett, the one and only Chris Franz, who runs our Sarlacc Digest Hot Topic podcast. So you can talk to him there when he's
sorry,
on sometimes.
I think
Yeah.
I just laughed a little.
Dang.
Yeah.
And,
You know, I did think today
bootleg
about doing
_ Joe.
one. And I stopped.
Oh,
and then you
what's
stopped.
I stopped.
Really?
at least
I'm
you're
gonna
thinking
do
about
a
it now.
I'm gonna do a
It will-
HG today. No,
It will come back. It will.
back.
Sometime
Oh.
it will.
Watch. Randomly, I'm gonna put one in there and not tell nobody. We're not gonna
Please do.
advertise
That'd
it.
be
We're not gonna
awesome,
do
dude.
anything. We're just
That'd
gonna
be
have it in
incredible.
there and see if it hits any of the hits. At all.
Yeah.
You get all of these books in advance, man. You could read them and review
If
them.
it
Yeah,
If it,
I don't like
uh,
them all. That's what's been driving me nuts.
But
I hate
even
to be
more
ne-
of a reason to.
No, but I hate to be negative. You know me.
But
Just kidding.
can't be
clickbait.
negative, you have to
Clickbait.
say
Whole
it's
podcast,
your review, man.
I know.
That's
I
what they're
know.
put out there for.
Yeah,
I know.
That's true.
If they are really listening, I mean, that's
That's
you.
true.
You got
Hey,
to.
I
You
got
can't be the one to be the one sucking on the teat all the time, like
I
some other
know.
people shows, because that's
Oh,
not
I-
us.
Oh,
We're gonna tell you for reals.
I know.
I mean, for reals.
But
That is.
silence is ugly for me, though. That's the thing. If I'm not saying something about it, it's not good. And
Yeah.
that's not good.
Haven't heard anything about that new Thrawn book.
That's because it's long as fuck. And that's my one. It's PG-13 still.
There we go.
The FCC
It's-
is like,
It's like the Lord
Right.
of the Rings. It's
here we go again. Here
Yeah.
we go again.
I said Lord of the Rings, not Hobbit.
You almost did, though.
Okay, it's like the Lord of the Rings books or the Hobbit movies. It's
Yeah.
a lot going on.
But it's
A lot.
amazing
It
every
is.
minute of it. But continue. Colin
We'll
Fett.
try and get Chris back into the hot topic things. Thank you to the Red 5 Network, where you can find us, the RLU Network, here on our YouTube page. Once again, please go share that. The last episode, leave your comment, go tell your friends, because we want to give that away. We need 60. We're almost there. So just pop in, make a comment. That's what you have to do. Not if you were in the live. You got to go under the show and make a comment. Okay?
Right.
That's your rules. The last episode. Go do that now. We will see you next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That's right. And Scott.
Keep it nerdy, everybody.